Are you aware of the private lives of your favorite Fox News stars and the people they intend to spend the rest of their life with? Numerous anchors and correspondents on Fox coverage have swiftly achieved celebrity status, and the network is well known for its contentious coverage. They talk a lot in front of millions of people, but who do they go home to and what kind of people do they become? Let's uncover Fox News characters, from tragic divorces and thrilling romances to covert elopements and long-lasting marriages, as well as their life partners. Perino Dana. First up is Dana Marie Perino, who was a well-known White House press secretary during the administration of George W. Bush. She also writes and comments on politics. Dana currently co-anchors America's Newsroom on Fox News and co-hosts The Five. She has long been married to British businessman Peter McMahon. But it was like a movie when they first met. In August 1997, they were sitting next to each other on a flight from Denver to Chicago, and they clicked right away. Even though they were 18 years apart, she was 25 and he was 43, the romance took off right away. They eloped in a secret ceremony in England 1 year later, in 1998. They have celebrated more than 25 years of marriage, and Dana consistently attributes her success in politics and the media to Peter. The couple made the decision to forego having children and keep connecting via travel and assistance to one another. In the middle of the contentious media environment, Dana is praised by many who know her outside of television as a voice of reason. She has authored several best-selling guidance books and infuses her public persona with love and mentoring. The legendary shoe-throwing incident in Baghdad, where a microphone unintentionally hurt her eye, is something that many fans will never forget. Although President Bush avoided both of the sneakers that a TV journalist flung at him, a microphone stand amid the chaos hurt her eye. Our next Fox News star has a reputation for having a turbulent and controversial marriage, despite Dana Perino's fairy tale-style romance over the years. Pirro, Jeanine. Former New York District Attorney and Judge Jeanine Pirro currently hosts Fox News. Her conservative views in television and legal careers have made her most famous. In 1975, she married Albert Pirro, whom she had initially met while attending law school. After that, Alexander and Christy, the couple's 2 children, were born. When it was revealed in 1998 that Albert had a child with a different lady, tensions increased. He served 11 months of a 29-month sentence after being found guilty on several counts of tax fraud and conspiracy in 2000. After separating in 2007, the pair formally filed for divorce in 2013. Jeanine's aggressive, belligerent, on-air demeanor and vocal conservative beliefs are well-known traits of her personality. Through programs like Justice with Judge Jeanine and later co-hosting The Five, she has established a successful media career. She has been characterized by those close to her as a difficult, uncompromising individual. Jeanine has been embroiled in a number of scandals over her career. When she questioned if Representative Ilhan Omar's hijab meant allegiance to Sharia law, for example, she was momentarily suspended in 2019. In 2025, she advanced her career further when President Trump named her the U.S. Washington, D.C. Attorney Jeanine is not the only Fox News personality who has experienced a difficult divorce. Her marriage had to collapse, but our next TV star might be witty. Montgomery, Lisa Kennedy. Originally an MTV VJ, Lisa Kennedy Montgomery, often referred to as Kennedy, became a television celebrity and political analyst. In the 1990s, she became well known as the host of Alternative Nation on MTV. She has now developed into a perceptive analyst on Fox Business and Fox News. In 2000, Kennedy married former professional snowboarder Dave Lee in a private wedding. Together, they produced 2 daughters, Lotus and Pele Valentina. However, after around 20 years of marriage, they were forced to get a divorce in 2017. Since then, their relationship has only been sustained by co-parenting. Kennedy's wit and sense of humor have made her a household name and won her many admirers. She typically emphasizes individual liberty and distrust of the government. She is a devoted mother and triathlete outside of her public persona. She manages a prominent profession while striking a balance between her family and health. However, Kennedy has faced difficulties throughout his career. One notorious incident occurred at the 1994 MTV Video Music Awards when she used a microphone next to Mayor Giuliani to mimic a sexual act. Later, she expressed regret over the stunt. Kennedy's life has been quite interesting, but now let's talk about the Fox News celebrity pair. Sean Hannity and Ainsley Earhardt. The announcement of Ainsley Earhardt and Sean Hannity's romance stunned many, and they are currently Fox's power couple. Ainsley is an author and co-host of Fox and Friends, renowned for her fervent Christian beliefs and conservative views. One of Fox News' most enduring personalities is Sean Hannity, a seasoned primetime anchor and radio personality. They began dating discreetly in 2019, but they didn't make their relationship public until December 2024, when their engagement was officially announced. Over Christmas, at their Florida church, Sean had asked her to marry him. Since Sean lives in Florida and Ainsley lives in New York, the pair has maintained a long-distance relationship over the years, bonding strongly over their shared religious beliefs. They were both married before to their relationship. Sean and Jill Rhodes were wed in 1993 and divorced in 2019, albeit they had been apart for years. Together, they have 2 grown children, Mary and Patrick. In an unexpected turn of events, Ainsley has been married twice. First, from 2005 until 2009, she was wed to Kevin McKinney. She later married Will Proctor in 2012, but they divorced in 2019 after it was revealed that he had cheated on her with one of her acquaintances. They have been involved in co-parenting with their daughter, Hayden. After getting divorced in the same year, Ainsley and Sean went on to develop a love relationship. Additionally, they have remained friendly with their former marriages and disclosed that their kids are in favor of their engagement. However, it's noteworthy to note that our next Fox News star met her life partner on a dating site called Kat Timpf rather than on the network. Kat Timpf, whose full name is Catherine Claire Timpf, is a well-known Fox News television presenter, comedian, and libertarian columnist. Although she contributes to other Fox shows, her most well-known role was as a panelist on Gutfeld. Through the dating app Raya, Kat got to know Cameron Frisha, a former Army Ranger who is now an investment banker. She didn't think this encounter would be taken seriously, yet they clicked and were romantically involved. They became engaged in August 2020, and a year later they were married in a little ceremony. Lisa Kennedy Montgomery officiated their wedding. Said that she wasn't certain about marriage and monogamy prior to meeting Cameron, but that meeting him altered her viewpoint. On TV and in her writing, Kat is renowned for her razor-sharp wit, scathing humor, and unrepentant attitude. She frequently interjects self-deprecating humor and personal tales into her conversations. When Kat revealed in July 2024 that she was expecting her first child with Cameron, fans were ecstatic. This momentous occasion also happened to be her mother's 10th anniversary of passing away. She disclosed that she was diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer only 15 hours prior to giving birth to her baby on February 25, 2025. A month following her recovery from childbirth, Kat had a double mastectomy. She has been transparent about her journey, even using a cake that read "Titty Free and Fabulous" to celebrate with her co-workers. Unlike many Fox News anchors, who marry regular folks, our next anchor ended up dating sports star Tomi Lahren. Tomi Lahren is a well-known conservative television personality on Fox News. In September 2021, she became engaged to JP Arencibia, a former Major League Baseball catcher. They had clicked right away when they first met earlier that year. The pair married in a small ceremony in Nashville a year later. Prior to their 2018 divorce, JP was married to Kimberly Perry, a singer with the band Perry, from 2014 until their wedding. He has since moved on and appears to have forged a close relationship with Tomi. Tomi has a fierce, direct, and unrepentant demeanor. Her final thoughts section on The Blaze, which featured quick, powerful monologues full of passion, helped her become well-known. Her middle-class Midwestern background, according to insiders, has made her more relaxed and grounded. Tomi claims that her mentor is Judge Jeanine Pirro. Over the years, Tomi has been a part of a few scandals. Because her conservative audience didn't like her pro-choice statements, she was suspended from The Blaze early in her career. She also criticized Beyoncé's Super Bowl performance as having politicized messaging and made controversial remarks likening Black Lives Matter to the Klan. This sparked a lot of criticism, with many calling her a crisis actor and a white power Barbie. Although Tomi and a celebrity may have a well-known romance, Our next Fox News star is notorious for their enemies to lovers cliché. Faulkner Harris. Harris Faulkner's consistent professionalism is well known. Composure and consideration. Her romance with Tony Berlin, which began when they were working at rival stations in Minneapolis, is a fascinating tale. He worked as an investigative reporter for CBS, and she was an evening anchor for ABC. It felt awkward when they first met. That takes some gall right there, Harris thought as Tony showed up at a party with another date. However, Harris gave him another chance after they had been friends for 6 months. While the pair was skipping Pebbles more than a year later, Tony proposed in front of Lake Superior. Their marriage took place in April 2003. Given that Tony is Jewish and Harris is Christian, their marriage had been characterized by interfaith concord. They typically combine customs such as praying and sharing every meal, as well as commemorating both Passover and church services. Together, they have 2 daughters. Danica was born in 2009, and Bella was born in 2006. They bring up their kids in a multicultural, mixed-race home. Harris has achieved success in both her personal and professional lives. She anchors the Faulkner Emphasis and has won 6 Emmys. She is one of the most reputable journalists on cable news, having co-hosted Town Hall America and outnumbered her co-hosts. Her spouse is currently managing his own public relations company, Berlin Media Relations, and is no longer working in journalism. Our next romance, in which this Fox News celebrity fell in love at first sight, is more fascinating than Harris's enjoyable affair with Tony. Gutfeld, Greg. In addition to co-hosting The Five, Greg Gutfeld is the host of the well-known satirical talk show Gutfeld. He is a comedian, political analyst, and New York Times best-selling book. In 2004, he met Elaine Musa, the woman of his dreams. He was a picture editor at Maxim Russia and was editing Maxim UK when he went to Portugal on business. Greg fell in love right away and thought, "Oh, that's my wife." For the following 3 days, he tried to win her over. They were married in a civil ceremony in New York City 5 months later. The couple shares virtually little of their life together in public because they take privacy extremely seriously. Special occasions, like as adopting their French bulldog Gus in 2022, are exclusively shared online. The couple's first child, a daughter called Mira, was born in December 2024. They made the announcement on The Five, and it was a happy occasion. Greg's witty banter and scathing political satire have made him famous. He's quite honest, even when he's not on camera, and he once described himself as selfish. However, he recently acknowledged that having a 60-year-old son had changed his priorities. However, Greg is not the only Fox News personality who fell in love right away. Sandra Smith. After meeting at Terra Nova Institutional in Chicago, Sandra Smith married John Connolly in May 2010. Sandra had recently begun working as a sales trader there. John, who was a sales trader at the time, fell in love right away, referring to their relationship as love at first sight. They went on their first dates to the Museum of Contemporary Art and the Chicago Symphony. It was the beginning of a long-distance love affair. John provided Sandra with unwavering support when she relocated to New York for her work at Fox News, frequently traveling to visit her before moving there in 2011. The pair has 2 children. John Connolly Jr. was born in 2015, and Cora Bell was born in 2013. In an effort to provide their kids with a typical childhood in spite of Sandra's celebrity, they place a high value on their privacy and never share their faces on social media. On Fox News, Sandra is renowned for her professionalism and straightforward reporting. She typically covers programs like Outnumbered and America Reports. She is characterized as grounded and purposeful off-camera, nevertheless. Our future Fox News star has prioritized parenting above marriage, while Sandra has had a fast-paced romance. Ingram, Laura. It's interesting to note that despite being engaged to billionaire James V. Reyes, Laura Ingram has never been married. However, their wedding plans were cancelled after she was found to have breast cancer and required surgery. Her relationships with Dinesh D'Souza, George Conway, Keith Olbermann, Robert Torricelli, and Lawrence H. Summers have all been rumored, but none of them ended in marriage. She hasn't found the one to spend the rest of her life with, but that hasn't stopped her from becoming a mother. She is a loving single mother of 3 who adopted 2 sons, Michael Dmitry and Nikolai Petr, from Russia, as well as a daughter, Maria Caroline, from Guatemala in 2008. Speaking candidly about her adoption experience, she has described it as a great blessing in her life. Known for her rigorous, ambitious, and shamelessly forceful approach, Ingram is a well-known conservative television broadcaster, author, and former political speechwriter. However, there have been several controversies in her career. For example, she caused controversy in 2018 when she made fun of David Hogg, a survivor of the Parkland shooting. When she said that basketball player LeBron James should stop talking and just dribble rather than commenting on politics, she too received backlash. Our next Fox News star has experienced difficult relationships, but Laura is more focused on motherhood than marriage. Waters, Jesse. After first meeting at Fox News in 2003, Jesse Waters and Noelle Inguagiato were married in 2009. He later became well known for his appearances on The O'Reilly Factor, while she worked in the promotions division. Sophie and Ellie were the couple's twin daughters. In 2018, Noelle filed for divorce, ending their marriage. Jesse's admission of an affair with Emma DiGiovan, a considerably younger associate producer on his show, was the reason for this. In March 2019, the divorce was finalized. He became engaged to Emma, the lady he was having an affair with, a few months later, and the two were married in December 2019. Georgina and Jesse Jr. are their 2 children together. This was essentially a love drama on Fox News. Jesse Waters is well known for his aggressive and thought-provoking remarks. Prior to starting Jesse Waters Primetime in 2022, he became well known as a co-host on The Five and for his Waters World on The O'Reilly Factor. But because of his contentious moments, Jesse has received some criticism. His Chinatown piece received a lot of backlash in 2016 for being racist. Many claim that his Rules for Men segment and other statements he has made about masculinity and gender standards are misogynistic and out of date. Our next Fox News presenter has had a more steady relationship trajectory than Jesse, who had a lot of turbulence in his personal life. Pavlich, Katie. On July 5, 2017, Katie Pavlich wed Gavy Friedson in a private ceremony. Before being married in front of close co-workers, including a number of Fox News personalities, they became acquainted through mutual connections. Gavy, a native of Boca Raton, Florida, moved to Israel and developed a strong passion for humanitarian work. He is currently United Hatzalah of Israel's global ambassador and director of international emergency management, a company that offers lightning-fast emergency medical care. As a writer, author, podcast host, and contributor to Fox News, Katie is well known. In addition, she edits townhall.com. She is well known for her keen mind, eloquent observations, and spirit of adventure. This is particularly due to her early years spent hunting, rafting, and trekking in the highlands of Arizona. Mutual support and common ideals are the cornerstones of her marriage to Gavy. Typically, the pair takes trips together. And Katie confessed that his kindness and security are the reasons their relationship is still strong. In addition to having a steady relationship, our next Fox News presenter recently gave birth to her 3rd child, Kayleigh McEnany. In 2015, former White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany and former Major League Baseball pitcher Sean Gilmartin began dating after she contacted him on social media. He was playing for the New York Mets at the time, and she was enrolled in Harvard Law School. During that summer, their bond became stronger, and in November 2017, they were married. Their son Nash was born in December 2022, and their daughter Blake was born in November 2019. In June 2025, Kayleigh gave birth to her 3rd child, a daughter named Avery Grace. Kayleigh is renowned for her confident, professional media persona, particularly from her time serving as President Trump's press secretary. As a co-host of Outnumbered and a guest host on prominent shows including The Five, Hannity, and The Ingram Angle, she exudes confidence and clarity when on air. Unfortunately, after discovering that she had a mutation in the BRCA gene that raised her risk of breast cancer, Kayleigh had a prophylactic double mastectomy. By telling people about her experience, she increased awareness of the illness. The next Fox News star is renowned for her endearing tale of love. McCallum. Daniel John Gregory and Martha McCallum were wed in a Roman Catholic wedding at St. Elizabeth's Church in New Jersey in 1992. When they first met, Daniel asked Martha to dance at a mutual friend's wedding. Dinner followed by a developing romance that has lasted for more than 30 years. The three children of Martha and Daniel include two sons, Edward Reed Gregory and Harry McCallum Gregory, and a daughter, Elizabeth Bowes Gregory. After Edward graduated from Notre Dame in 2021, he entered the New York financial market, while Elizabeth attended Villanova to study political science. The family owns a vacation property in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and keeps their main home in New Jersey. Martha is renowned for her professionalism, poise, and honesty as a journalist. She has presented major shows like America's Newsroom, The Story with Martha McCallum, and The Live Desk since joining Fox News in 2004. Her calm, composed manner and thoughtful on-air presence make her stand out. She received recognition for her composure under duress when she angrily reprimanded a guest who was referring to her as her sweetheart. Kilmeade, Brian. Since his Fox News personality married his high school sweetheart, our final couple has also been together for more than 30 years. Since 1993, Brian Kilmeade and Dawn Kilmeade have been blissfully wed. They remained close throughout college and their early careers after meeting at Massapequa High School in New York. They eventually were married in a ceremony attended by close family and friends, and their first dance was set to Huey Lewis and the News' The Power of Love. Brian, Caitlin, and Kirsten are the names of the couple's three kids. They live in Massapequa, Long Island, where Dawn co-owns and operates the clothing store Wild Willows Boutique with a friend. Dawn prefers privacy, concentrating on her family and shielding her kids from the spotlight despite Brian's public career. Though he has made some public blunders, Brian is most known for co-hosting Fox and Friends and hosting The Brian Kilmeade Show and One Nation. He sparked criticism in 2009 when he implied worries about ethnic mixing in his remark that Americans continue to marry people of other species. Then apologized. What, then, about these Fox News celebrities' personal lives shocked you the most? Do you believe that their turmoil off-screen alters how viewers perceive them on television? Please share your opinions in the comments section. For more unheard stories, remember to like, share, and subscribe.